Well, good afternoon, fellow patriots. The conservative patriot here. Well, we got a lot to discuss in this video. Be back in about 60 seconds. Well, good afternoon, fellow patriots. Hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Now, I'm sure by the title of this live stream, we're going to go into the deep dive I've been researching. And I definitely encourage you guys, if you haven't got this yet, you need to. Now, this goes into our bill advisors, how these left-wing billionaires are basically, you know, funding all these nonprofits and NGOs. So we're going to get into who's behind these anti-Trump protests from last year up until this point. Now, I got a notebook here for all the notes that I took in. I think I might have did this maybe about, I don't know, probably about maybe three or 4 months ago. And it says, who is funding the anti-Trump protest? Who is funding them? That's the question I asked. Soros Open Society put in $20 million plus our Bella Advisors tithes, indivisible, Tesla takedown, anti-Dodge protest in 2025 provides an in-canned look into toolkits, training, and paid organizers. So get this. These organizers were paid $7,800 a week per event, funded against Elon and his company. So that was last year. So you've seen all these them attacking his company. And so the Open Society Foundation pumped in $7 million indirect via grants. Tides Foundation, Act Blue, Open Society Foundation funds coordinators indirectly, supports groups opposing Trump's agenda, basically. Sorry. EG Project 2025 Resistance denies paying protesters directly, but ultimately funding organizers. So, George Soros, billions overall, USA, which is since been shut down, $260 million has been pumped into these networks. Tracked to Soros-linked entities, Tides Foundation, physical sponsor for radical groups, funnels money to anti-deportation, anti-Musk rallies. London, Soros-linked donors, Rockefeller Brothers, Fund, Fund, Ford Foundation, USAID, Alliance for Global Justice, physical sponsor for Refuse Fascism, organized U.S. open disruption and anti-fascist marches. London, USAID, Nepalese, Singham, pro-China billionaire, 20 million. The People's Forum. Now let's go back into that for a second. The People's Forum is actually funded by Singham, and there's a co-founder that's been around since 2018, 2019 time frame. And her name is Claudia de la Cruz. She's actually the co-founder of the People's Forum there in New York. Now, now, Alliance for Global Justice, fiscal sponsor for refuse. Oh, there we go. That okay. So, I got quite a few notes here. There we go. Welcome. Community change slash community. I don't know what that is. Sometimes it can. Overseas Free DC initiative funded early 2025 immigration protests. London, Soros Open Society Foundation, 20 million. A bill advisors ties people. All right, I already read that. What the hell? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're going to go into the Democrat Socialists of America, DSA. Mobilizes for anti-Trump events, funds via labor unions. London, USAID, AFL, C10, COC, that's $69 million. Federal grants, Soros Networks, Jewish Voice for Peace, which is against, you know, the anti-Israel, anti-Trump crossover protests, campus extended into 2025. Funding, Soros, seeded foundations, Rockefeller, Fritz Greer family. Broader funding networks and patterns. Dark money hubs, a bill advisors, and Tides Act as intermediate distributing 100 million annually to protest groups without direct traceability. These received USAID funds pre-25 freeze. Taxpayer Tides USAID granted 260 million to Soros-linked NGOs, which funneled to protesters via Claudia, via CHIRLA, a Physicists for Social Responsibility, which earmarked 1,700 well, 50K for anti-Trump actions. The Trump administration froze these in February 2025, which is when the judicial coup eventually waged on, cited misuse. Foreign influences. Devel Singham, U.S. Export Pro-China and Barber Foundation, which also funds internationally, known as the Barber Foundation, for international anti-Trump efforts, including Nepal NGOs coordinating U.S. events. Labor and Allies, SCIU, and AFL-CIO provide logistics while receiving federal grants. Partners include Rana Center and United Way, 11 even American Red Cross implicated in some funding. These networks represent a mix of domestic progressive foundations and foreign influenced entities, with total funding exceeded 500 million since 2024. While NGOs claim peaceful advocacy, evidence of paid organizers and crackdowns, violence, e.g., Emily Swans has fueled crackdowns. CCP. Devoy Roy Singham and CCP linked networks. Devoy Roy, a U.S. born, now this is where it gets interesting, U.S. born millionaire and self described Maoist living in Shanghai, China, has been repeatedly linked to funding anti ICE protests through intermediate organizations. He's accused of criminally over 20 million via shell companies and NGOs tied to the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Key details. Singham funds groups like the People's Forum, which organized Hands Off Venezuela and anti-rallies NYC. In 2025, his operation echoed Chinese state narratives and have fueled unrest, including campus occupations and pro-Palestine protests. A 2025 House Committee report highlighted his role in U.S. protests, prompting FBI probes into foreign influence. Yes. So that's just a little bit of who's funded these protests. This book, I definitely highly recommend you get it. Right here, it's called Arbella. So what this is Arbella Advisors. So these are the one of these entities, and I know everybody's freaking out about the stock market and all of that, but don't be freaking out about that because it's obviously corrupt politicians buying stocks. That's why you saw everything go into red because this is how they manipulate the market. That's what they're doing. They're manipulating the market. So it begs the question: who's buying stocks? Hmm? We know the Democrats are. That's for sure. So let's see what we could get into today. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this to work. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Because just like 2 hours ago, everything was in the green. And then all of a sudden, boom. It's all. They don't want us to be a prosperous nation. That's exactly what's going on here. Give it a minute. Give me a pain in the neck. This should not be taking so long. It should be boom, boom, boom. Instant. No, you get 400 megabytes per second. You expect these freaking things to work properly. Nope. It's working like it's crap. Oh, that's pretty cool. Uh, well, I just want to say, oh, got 3 likes there. Let's see what's in here. Don't be shy to comment, guys. That's why we're here. Got 3 likes there. Let's see what's in here. Hey, Mario. How you doing? Oh, I think you meant to put conservative. Oops. Gotta love the type. Gotta love the autocorrect. But if you guys just missed it, you're gonna have to go back on the replay. I went over some of the research I've done over the past 3 or 4 months about who is funding these anti-Trump protests across the nation last year. So you might have to go back on that. And once again, in other news, Thune is refusing to bring the Save America Act to the floor because he's obviously bought off by somebody. I mean, if you look at his record, he's getting all this funding from energy companies, and I definitely highly guys. I highly recommend you watch this film. This is amazing. Actually, I went to Barry Cunningham's live on Rumble. This is on Prime, by the way, so I can watch this. It gave you inside look of the 20 days before she became first lady. It's absolutely incredible. I loved it. But I just fed up with all the stupid stuff going on in America. Yeah, I hear you. I really do. Oh yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can. Uh, what in the hell are you doing? Thank you. That's good to hear, Mario. But share this out, guys. Share. Because I'm just getting started here. Share screen. There we go. Let's give it a minute. Come on. Come on. This freaking thing, I tell you, it's driving me nuts. It is driving me crazy. Come on, you. In the ass. Thank you. Get out of my face. So I guess they're gonna. Oh, get this. Come on, dang it. Let's go. Come on. Piece of junk. Thank you. Is that Peter Pan? What is going on with this damn thing? Boy, I hate this freaking internet. It's junk. Unbelievable. Piece of shit. Pay $90 for a crap internet. I love it. Come on. What is going on? Piece of garbage. Pay all this freaking money for internet and it's still crap. What are you doing? The hell's the matter with you? Fix your damn internet. God's sakes. Oh, so get this. According to Hirano, women are too stupid to get out of here. Women are too stupid to get an ID. So now they go from saying black people are too stupid. These people are the dumbest people on earth.
Of documents. So if you're this is not about voter ID.
Yeah, this is about voter ID. I mean, you have to be can't be this stupid and this retarded. Really insulting millions of women in this country and their intelligence, thinking that they don't know how to get an ID. These people are the most racist, most hateful assholes on the planet. Unbelievable. So now Hirano thinks you're too stupid to get women think you're too stupid to get a voter ID. If I was a woman in America, I would be insulted by that. Ridiculous. Oh, this is definitely some great stuff here. This is the update. What's going on in Iran? This is the Department of War. Yeah, we know that. See, nobody's stopping. Everybody wants him to pass the damn Stave Act. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, what the $83 a gallon. I mean, 83. Los Barrow. Yeah, they know better. That's why. Oh, look at this. Ooh, bye bye, bye bye. What in the hell? Stop doing that. Bye bye. I love that. Yeah, so these are the people you need to stop listening to because they're frauds. I love how they give us. That's a good sign. That's the kid. That's the Republican governor. Hopefully, sabotage with President Trump right now. They're doing the same exact playbook as they did to his first term. They don't care because they're ignorant. Yeah, right. Well, I forgot his name. Calling up the grifters. There you go. Look at that.
in the intensity of the terroristic regime and defang it and take away its ability to threaten its neighbors
Oh yeah.
or hide behind a zone of immunity that allows them to develop their nuclear ambitions. This terroristic, radical, cleric-led regime cannot be ever allowed to have nuclear weapons. We saw what they were willing to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely watched this last night. It was awesome. uh, yeah, we're definitely a joke. Look at we're dead last when it comes to affordability here in my state of Mass. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah. Patriots. Dilly, love it. I love how the Pentagon's giving us updates every single day as our fury. Continues. Yeah, there you go. Oops, sorry. Ah, oh, look at this. This is what Democrat politicians here in my state think of. Watch.
This year.
I'm not going to surprise anyone when I say no income tax, no sales tax, not now, not ever.
That doesn't make Massachusetts more affordable. Actually, it undercuts affordability. It doesn't make sense for residents.
Yes, it does, you dumb bitch. Sorry, I had to. That's my idiot of a governor, Maura Healey. Biggest freaking retard on the planet. Yeah, her, right there. She's a fucking retard. Idiot. Stupid. Oh, you love this. Come on.
Who's from Venezuela? So we came to get some food for Air Force One. Yes. I would recommend that. Thousands of people outside. Yeah. You're gonna make a fortune. You're gonna make a fortune. Right. He owns everything. He owns gas stations. He owns everything. He's been my friend for a long time, right?
You have been the best president we have seen in our life.
Sorry.
He's been my friend for a long time. He's one of the most successful men in Florida, and he did.
How can you not love this man? I swear. Yeah. That was good. Yep, number one state to move from. Ain't that nice? Huh. Oh, let's watch what Glenn has here. Ah.
Their bread is buttered, and they need to keep this loose. You know why they're really not passing this? This is the God's honest truth. This is why they're not passing it. I think some of them know that, where their bread is buttered, and they need to keep this loosey goosey. So maybe they benefit from a few votes that come their way. I think that's a possibility. But I really think the reason why they won't send is because it's too much work. I honestly believe it is because they are too damn lazy. Because here's what the standing filibuster requires. It requires that they keep the session going, which means you have to have a quorum. You have to have enough Republicans and Democrats in the Senate, the well of the Senate.
Yeah.
24 hours a day while this is going on. If you don't, then it ends the legislative and you're screwed. You have to keep the filibuster going and never end the legislative day, even if it goes for 60 days. You have to be there. People have to be manning that place 24/7. That means the senators are not going to go home. They're not going to have weekends. They're not going to be able to fly back to their constituents and their families and their fundraisers and everything else.
So simple.
That means they're going to be locked in 24 hours a day, and somebody has to be there. It's going to take a lot of work for the management of, the Republicans. Hey, who's on duty? When are you going to be there? When am I going to be there? Who's next? It's going to take management, and it's going to take people with stamina and people who actually believe in something. And I honestly don't think there's enough senators in Washington, D.C. that actually believe in the Constitution. This Save America Act is the most apt name bill I have heard in a long time. The Patriot Act wasn't patriotic. It wasn't. The Inflation Reduction Act had nothing to do with reducing inflation. The Save America Act does. You secure the vote and you can save America. You don't secure the vote, you don't have a country left because no one will believe the elections. This wasn't a problem when I was a kid. And we also never ever heard, well, we may not know the election results for a week. We never heard that. I never heard that. You voted, we counted, we got the total, sometimes in the middle of the night or the next morning, but we knew. Now we don't. How is it we can secure our financial transactions? How is it you can secure billions of dollars online, moving from bank to bank, country to country? You can do that every day, but we somehow or another cannot secure our own vote. Wow. That doesn't seem logical to me. You know why? Because it's not logical. It's a giant game. And the Senate has to pass it. Stop with all these lies about how it's going to change the filibuster. No, it's not. No, it's not. It is the Mr. Smith goes to Washington that we've all seen growing up. That's the actual filibuster. What you did was you changed the filibuster to where nobody has to stand up. Nobody has to say anything. Somebody just has to text, I think I'm going to filibuster this. And then it goes through and everybody's like, okay, we got to table that until we get 60 votes to open it back up. That's not a filibuster. That's a hijacking of the system. Call your senators. This fight is not over, and it's the most important fight to save the republic.
Well said by Glenn Beck.
You know why they're really not passing this? This
makes you wonder. It really does. So he's won it. So 71% of Democrats want it. But we can't get it passed in the Senate. Give me a break. Stupid. So keep the pressure. This is how I like how this guy. She's fucking butt ass ugly. It's just crazy, Wait a minute. Oh, for the love of freaking Pete. All right, guys. No, I don't want. What the hell? Piece of garbage. I didn't click on you. Pain in the neck. Huh. Let's see what else we can find here. Yeah, he's trying to gaslight, but it's not working. Pathetic. Yeah, and then they. Because you can't speak your truth without them banning you or put. I don't know. They haven't been banning me lately. I've been hard hitting. All right. So let's see here. Stop sharing. Come on, you. There we go. Maybe it might run a little better. Who knows? Well, anyway, that's why I get on here really quick. Basically, give you that information. If you ever watched it, go back. And thank you so much for watching. God bless do with the President Donald J. Trump, and God bless America. Stay in the fight, bitches. Huzzah!